Hey guys, it's me, Adventure Times Talks, and today we're doing another review of the newest episode of Adventure Time called The Bad Jubies. Now, to start this one off, it's one of those weird animation episodes which are cool, but then they're interesting, but they're fun to see. And so it basically starts off, BMO, Finn, Jake, and Luffy Space Princess are in the field or next to the treehouse playing around or whatever, and then BMO gets like a warning symbol, and then a face pops up on his little screen saying that there's a killer storm that's going to be happening, and then they're thinking it's a day, and then it shows it's going to be a week, and then it shows it's going to be a month, and they all start panicking. And the first thing Finn wants to do is build a bunker. So they're getting ready, start building a bunker. LSP's stealing some food from some random house. Finn was getting wood from the forest, and then the house that LSP was stealing food from, Finn decided to break that house and use that wood. And they couldn't find Jake. So BMO has water, is going to look for Jake, and Jake is like meditating. And BMO's like, "So what are you doing?" Because he wants Jake to help because the storm's coming and they need help from everybody. And he's sitting there basically, doing nothing. He's meditating and he's writing stuff in a book, which is not really helping them. And BMO said like, "What are you doing?" He said he's collecting secret stuff. So and don't worry. Of course, BMO's worried. And then it switches to a next scene where BMO, Finn, and Lumpy Space Princess are digging a hole. Jake is still writing stuff, and then the hole finishes. They have the wood placed down, everything's built. LSP's putting away the food, and Finn's worried about Jake because he hasn't showed up yet. Lightning happens, and then Finn's like, "Oh, Jake's scared of lightning." And right at that moment, Jake jumps down into the hole where their bunker is built, and they're all upset at him because he hasn't done anything. And before he jumps down in the hole, he was looking at the sunset because and so Jake's on the hill. LSP comes up to him and says, like, "What are you doing? You haven't done anything." And Jake's like, I'm gonna enjoy the sunset because I probably won't be able to see one in a long time. And of course, LSP freaks out. And then we go down to the bunker where they're all putting away food and all start helping. And after Jake goes down into the bunker with all of them, Finn blocks up the hole and LSP wants to play some games. They want to play spin the bottle because that's LSP wanted to play spin the bottle, and Finn's like, "We don't have a bottle." And then LSP grabs the bottle, drinks it all, and then Finn freaks out because he needs to save the water because they're going to be in there for what seems a long time. She breaks the bottle and says, "Fine, then I'm just going to text Brad." She looks at her phone. Bam, her phone has no service. It's about to die. So she passes out, falls asleep. So they basically all pass out, fall asleep. And then, after it goes like through different scenes of them just laying down, moving to different spots, Finn wakes up and says he's hungry. And then it shows LSP, basically eating all the food. And then, Finn freaks out. Everybody gets upset. Then Lumpy Space Princess realizes that the food is all spoiled. Jake looks at a can and says, "This food has been spoiled for 29 years. So LSP freaks out, flying around the room. And the lights that are in there, I forgot to explain earlier, when they built the bunker, is plugged into BMO. LSP runs into BMO, and the lights break, and it gets dark, it gets spooky. And then the door that's holding the bunker from the outside breaks, and a mean storm comes in and basically says, like, "I'm going to go after you." Sorry. Once again, before the storm breaks in, Jake is doing... So when they're all upset, they're all yelling at each other, Jake realizes that, we got to calm down. And the secret stuff that he was working on, he was learning how to do, like, animal calls, bird calls, all this. He's doing all this nice stuff, making all this music, and everybody just gets relaxed. LSP, Finn, and BMO are just swaying to the music, all happy. And then the storm breaks in. They all freak out, and then Jake's, like, he thinks he can calm down with all the stuff he's been doing. And when Jake realizes that maybe the good noises will stop the storm, he tells everybody to join along, and everybody's making all these funny noises. And then the storm listens, and he enjoys it. And the storm just calms down, gets good jubies. I think that's what Finn said in the show. Gets really nice. And the storm explains that he hasn't heard something that nice in such a long time since he was a little breeze. And the storm's like, he says to himself, "I want to go explore the world. I'm going to learn all these different noises or whatever." And Jake gives him the notebook that he's been writing in secretly, and how to do all those noises that they were doing. And the storm goes away. There's light in the sky again, and then basically the episode ends. Now, this was a cool episode because the animation was different, like usual, and the different animations are always just interesting, and it was really fun to watch and see how it works. And then the songs they were making at the end were really cool. I kind of sort of messed up on this review, but hopefully you guys got the picture. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.